Hello, everyone. My name is Cameron Brooks, and I am the Ordinary Queer Boy, and you are watching OQB Like, no, but really. Cameron Brooks really is my name. I am the self proclaimed Ordinary Queer Boy. And yeah, you're watching OQB. Oh, wow, I didn't even write down what the hell I was going to be talking about. Shadow. All right, so who is the Ordinary Queer Boy? So I was born and raised in Durham, North Carolina. I just want my hair to fit in the shot. Um, been here. I'm still in North Carolina now. I'm in Raleigh. Just came back to Raleigh. Well, I guess not came back to Raleigh. Moved to Raleigh from Greensboro, where I went to school. I'm an Aggie. So Aggie pride to all the Aggies out there. Got my bachelor's and my master's in English literature from A&T. So back in Raleigh, and I'm working, and yeah, trying to make my way to the city really, because North Carolina is really not somewhere it's at. Anybody who's from North Carolina, I mean, I'm sorry, but North Carolina kind of sucks. Um, but yeah, just an ordinary person who likes boys. I think I might like girls too. Who knows? Um, so yeah, that's me. I don't know. I'm not really great. I mean, I'm not great at bios, so don't judge my life on this because I'm a lot more than this. I just really never know what to say when people ask me who I am or whatever. You'll get to know who I am through my videos. I think my personality tells it a lot more than just me speaking to you. So yeah, my name's Cameron, but you can call me the Ordinary Queer Boy. You can call me Cam. You can call me Cammy if you're nasty. But yeah, that's me. Just a regular. I'm actually not really regular. I'm just lying to you. I'm actually extraordinary. So this should really be Extraordinary Queer Boy TV, but it's a little bit of a mouthful. So where did I get the name for Ordinary Queer Boy? So I was just thinking about my position. I'll just give you a little bit of backstory about my experience with my sexual orientation or whatever people are calling it these days. I didn't find out that I was gay until about 18 years old. I wasn't in the closet. I just, I grew up in a Christian household, and I didn't really know what the word gay meant until much later in life. So, like, people would talk about faggots and, like, gay men and blah, 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 blah. But in my head as a child, because no one really explained anything to me, I just thought gay equaled something bad. I didn't know it had anything to do with, like, men dating men or women dating men or homosexuality or, anything like that at all. I just knew that whenever my family talked about gay men or faggots or whatever, it was really, really bad. And it was something that I just didn't want to be. So when I got into school, and I guess, well, I had a really traumatic experience in fifth grade, which we'll probably hear about a little bit later, where I was called gay for the first time in my life. And it was all because I started playing video games instead of playing sports. Like, it was so stupid. I discovered I got my first Nintendo, and I got Pokemon, and like that was the most greatest thing I could have ever found at that time. Sports became boring. Like, I was really good at sports. I didn't have to try at sports. And so I was just like, fuck it, this shit is fun. Like, I love sports, or I love video games. I had my best friend, he was a white guy named Mike. And we used to just go on the playground and go to this like huge tree at the end of the playground and just play Pokemon until recess was over. And so yeah, then people started like questioning my whatever, and I got called gay for the first time, and that really kind of broke me down. Like, I was one of the top performers in my school. All the teachers loved me. I was very, very like everyone knew who I was in school. I was quite popular, and to like just I mean it's elementary school, so like I guess everyone was popular. That's not really true, but yeah, I was the kid in elementary school. I guess not to brag, but to brag a little bit. Had excellent grades, like knocked EOGs out the fucking water. And I was a really confident child for because of all that. Like back then, I knew I was the shit, and I acted like I was the shit, and I walked like I was the shit. Um, but when someone called me gay, it really like broke all that confidence down. Everything went out the window. So, and that was fifth grade. So right after that, I'm heading into high school, or not high school, middle school, and I went to a pretty rough middle school. Like the class who was leaving when I was coming in were like gangbangers when gangbangers was a thing, and like I think someone got cut up one year while I was there or some shit. Um, so it was kind of crazy. Um, but yeah, when I got to middle school, I had no confidence, so I stopped talking in class. I stopped participating the way I usually did. Um, I did the whole walking with your head down, and like I wasn't active in anything anymore. Like everything just kind of like it was like flatlined. Everything. Wasn't playing sports. Still play video games, but like kept that shit to myself for the most part. And that's when like the bullying began or whatever. Okay, so we can talk about that a little bit later. Um, but yeah, we speed it up. So that's how my life was from like middle school to high school. Um, and so I didn't really talk to anybody about any of this. I didn't talk to my mom about it. Didn't talk to my grandma about it. Didn't talk to any of my family about it because what the fuck? No. Um, and so I just had a really rough time all through middle school and high school. And people were calling me gay throughout that whole time. People were calling me a faggot just because I was quiet, just because I wasn't like normative performing as a guy, just because I didn't play sports. Um, and I'm sure like I had some mannerisms because of how I was trying to act around people. Just very shy, very quiet, and so yeah, I was a pretty big target until I hit puberty, and then I got tall, and niggas stopped fucking with me. Um, but yeah, at 18, I was smoking with. I still had no idea what gay was for real, or I guess I did. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I knew what gay was, um, but like I just didn't consider it as an option because I just knew like the connotations of the word, and I knew that in my family, like that just wasn't a thing to be. So I never entertained the idea. I had my girlfriends all throughout school, and I would be with them for like a week or so, and then I'd be like, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore, and then I would end it. Um, I did that to quite a few girls, and I'm sorry, y'all. You're gonna see this. I'm sorry. Um, because most of my girlfriends were excellent people, excellent women, excellent people. They're all like either married and have babies now, or like in their careers blossoming, or whatever the fuck. And I'm here in Raleigh, so yeah, they're doing all right. And yeah, so I just never entertained the idea. I knew that when I saw like attractive men, like I would always frame it as like, yo, like he has a really nice body. Like I wish one day my body would look like that, or whatever. But it was never like I never like connected the dots until one night I was with my best friend and two other girls, and we were smoking weed. I think we like popped a perk or something, some perks or something, and we was drinking or something. I don't know, but I was doing a lot of shit in high school, and I was just so damn high, y'all. Lord, I was high, and I was just sitting down thinking. I was just like, yo, like, why don't I got a girlfriend? Why am I not experimenting? Why haven't I had sex for real? And I'm just sitting there thinking, I'm in this contemplative state while like there's complete and utter chaos going on around me. My best friend is like fighting this girl because she drunk her shot, and like the girl who was getting beat up like started running around outside and yelling, and like the host of the evening was just like slumped. She got slapped and didn't even feel it. It was just a lot going on. And I'm just sitting on the jacuzzi, like just chilling, like with my hands over my face, because like I'm coming to terms with the fact that like I might be like sexually interested in men, and I'm crying, but like I'm also laughing at the same time, and like I'm high as hell and I'm drunk, and it's just like it's a lot. That night was a lot. Like I will remember that night forever. Um, and yeah, after that night, like I thought about it some more, and I'm just like, okay, so maybe what these people have been saying has some truth to it. Not because of how they were judging me, but like, okay, I mean, nigga, you could be gay, like you could. Not that they knew what the fuck they were saying when they were saying that, because niggas don't know what the fuck they're saying when they say shit like that. I don't think, unless they're already gay, which a lot of the boys who used to like mess with me were or are, or pretend not to be still to this day. Um, but yeah, so I thought about it, got really depressed for like a week, contemplated suicide once, and then yeah, that was. I'm going into a lot on this intro video. I didn't mean to do all this, but yeah. So that's how I discovered my sexuality, and all of that was to say how I got to the name, the Ordinary Queer Boy. This pissed me off. Yeah. So I'm ordinary because I think that that aesthetically, well, I guess not really with my hair anymore. Like I have freeform locks, but aesthetically, like before I started my locks and before I decided that I wanted to be freeform, like I was just a very aesthetically normal-ish looking queer person. When I began to explore like social media and queerness, you know, the queer scenes in New York and like all the major cities, like comparatively, um, aesthetically, I was an ordinary looking guy, you know? I guess. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. But that's how I interpreted my own, you know, that's how I interpreted myself. I thought I was an ordinary looking guy. I thought that my sensibilities were rather ordinary, perhaps, not really. I thought that my upbringing was rather ordinary. Like, I'm not rich. Um, I'm probably, I mean, my mom liked to say that we grew up in the lower sector of middle class, but we were definitely like the middle sector of lower class. So I didn't have a really like extravagant upbringing. I didn't have a really extravagant, you know, life, or I haven't still to this point. And yeah, that's the ordinary part. Like I'm just a guy with a lot to say. I'm kind of cute. I got cool hair. Um, I'm a writer. That's really ordinary these days, but I won't get into that. Actually, I don't want to throw any shade. Um, but I will later. So yeah, that was the ordinary part, but I was still, you know, queer subjectively. I was still queer politically, as far as my like just my regular the regular way that I process things. Like I was always contrary to popular culture. I was always contrary to normative ways of being or thinking or existing. Like I was always contrary to the people around me. Like my family and I were just like polar opposites. Like, you got to do a whole fucking panoramic screen to see us standing on a plane. Um, so yeah, I there's a lot about me that's really really queer as far as like the population and the demographic that I come from and that I was raised in. But as far as like being compared to other queer people, as far as how like they look or like how they live their lives or how they express their sexuality or how they express their gender or any of that, I'm rather ordinary. Like I'm just a gay guy. Um, I don't necessarily go by any other pronouns. Like I'm a dude. I'm a guy. I got a dick. I'm he. Um, him. And so in that regard, like my queerness is rather it's not large or extravagant or it's not like a I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. So ordinary queer boy, that's how it came up. That was a long story. I hope you're still watching. Thank you. Um, so yeah, what am I going to do on this channel? I have a lot of ideas for this channel. I want to do a lot on this channel. Um, what I think it'll be primarily is just commentary. So like having either a topic or, an album or a situation or a happening in the States or elsewhere and just giving my 2 cents on it and just being as real and honest and vulnerable as possible. Um, and just saying what I mean and, seeing what people think about what I think or what's happening in the world. Because there's a lot of shit going on all the fucking time. And I really don't have a chance to really internalize or understand or like not even understand but I understand it. I just don't have a lot of time to really think too deeply about all of the shit that goes on because I don't have a place to really put it. I don't want to spend all the time I need to be writing on that stuff. So I wanted to find an alternative mode of like getting my thoughts out and clearing my mind of all this stuff that's going on without wasting all of my expensive pens and my space in my notebooks on like sad stuff or shocking stuff or like the political scene. Oh my god, I'm so pissed about Stacey Abrams. I'm so mad. Oh my god, Georgia had a chance. They had a chance to be something real and groundbreaking, and they just like, no, let racism reign still, or whatever the fuck. I don't know. That shit pissed me off. But yeah, so that'll be for commentary is a really big thing that I'm trying to do. Um, and in that, I want to do reviews of music. Like I love doing like really quick like listen throughs of songs and talking about like where I think the songs were inspired from or where they got the inspiration from, how they like link to other music I've heard or whether or not the songs are bad. Um, and I usually do that on Instagram, but I think that it would be like, this would be a good place to do that.